Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Laura and I'm a young clarinetist from Melbourne, and I make videos every single week on clarinet related reviews, covers and tutorials. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button to make sure you don't miss any new videos. I make new videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. So if you've read the title of this video, today I'm going to be doing my very highly requested video on how to get a nice tone on the clarinet. So tone on the clarinet, there is quite a few different things involved. So the first thing is your embouchure, second thing you have air support, and thirdly you have the gear that you're using as well. So first of all, with gear, some people you will only be able to afford a student clarinet if you've just started out. Some people might have a very expensive Cocobolo with gold keys wooden clarinet. But what I'm going to be teaching you today is how to get the best tone out of what you're using. So mouthpieces and ligatures and reeds and things like that can definitely help improve your tone, but these tips are going to help you get the best out of whatever you have. So the first thing that you need to do to get a good tone is to have a pretty solid embouchure. Now, for my first 5 years of playing, I actually had a double lip embouchure, and a double lip embouchure is when you have both of your lips rolled over so your teeth aren't actually on the mouthpiece. Now the embouchure that I'm going to be quickly running through today is a single lip embouchure, which is what I've been using for the past 5 years. So a very quick way that I explain to all of my students how to get a nice clarinet embouchure is you say E, and when you say E, you have a little dent kind of underneath your bottom lip, between your lip and your chin. So you need to hold that dent and keep that there. So when you say E, it's kind of like your chin is dropping. So say E, and then you hold your chin, and then you say ooh, but you've got to keep your chin in the same position. So E, ooh. And when you say ooh, the corners of your mouth get pulled in, kind of like a drawstring. E, ooh. And that's a good clarinet embouchure. So when you're playing, try to think of the corners of your mouth really coming in and having your chin dropped. Inside your mouth, your tongue should be pretty high. If it's dropped down really low, you'll probably find that you're sitting quite flat. So bring your tongue up really high, like when you're saying E. So say E, and the back of your tongue will come up in your mouth. So E, ooh. So that's the first thing to getting a nice clarinet embouchure. Your teeth should also be on the top of your mouthpiece. Sometimes I find that my teeth are kind of floating and they're not quite touching. That's just what I do, but that should help you get a nice tone. The second thing that you need to do to get a really nice tone is use air support. Now this is something that I didn't hear of until probably first year of uni. So air support is when you are pushing with your abdominal muscles to get the air to come out. So it's like if you put your hand on your tummy and you do a cough or you do a laugh, so ha 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 ha. When you laugh, your tummy goes in. So it gets tighter. It's like when you do a sit-up, you are tensing your ab muscles. Now, I don't want you to think of it as like being really tight or tense all the time and being sore, but just engaging those muscles while you're playing. Sometimes I'll find if I'm playing a really long gig and I want to get a really nice sound, I'll find after the gig that I can really feel my abdominal muscles, and I don't even think about it anymore. I just constantly engage my core. Something I don't really think about anymore, but I remember when I was first starting and my teacher would keep on pushing me in the tummy and being like, air support, air support, air support. And after my first lesson, I couldn't sit up in the morning because I was so sore. So you don't need to be extremely tight or anything like that, but just understand that you need to engage that muscle. The way that I learned how to do air support and the way that I help my students is with this little thingy called a breath builder. You can get these from Amazon. If you just Google breath builder, then you should be able to find them. They come in different colors. I have the pinky purpley one because it's nice and pretty. And basically it just has a little straw coming out the top of it, and you have a ping pong ball at the bottom. Mine, I lost the straw that came with it, so I had to buy a new one, and it's too small. I sticky taped it, so I'm a mess. But the point of it is you blow in and out the straw, and you have to use your abs. You can't not use your abs when you're using this, and you will feel it as soon as you start doing it. And your aim is to keep the ping pong ball at the very top of the breath builder, both when you're breathing in and breathing out. So don't let it drop when you're switching from breathing in and breathing out. You have to keep it at the top. So try and do maybe 5 in and 5 out in a row. That's only 3, and you can kind of see the spit, so it gets a little bit gross. That's only 3, and I could already feel how hard I have to work with my ab muscles. If you do go out and buy a breath builder, they do have instructions, but I have 2 of the holes taped over, so the big hole and 1 of the little holes are taped over to give more resistance. These are also useful for flute players. They have a thicker straw that sits on the outside, which just changes how you're breathing using your throat and your mouth and things like that. But this is what I use to learn how to use air support, and it has definitely helped me. After the first time I used this, my teacher was like, oh my gosh, the difference is actually amazing. So air support and embouchure are probably the 2 most important things to getting a nice clarinet tone. You can experiment while you're playing, so you can try having your tongue up really high, dropping your tongue, seeing where the intonation sits. Try being tighter, so biting more. Try being really, really loose. Try thinking of your corners being in. Try not engaging your abs. Try engaging them as tight as you can. Just experiment and find what works for you and your instrument. I know between different brands, I have to adjust my embouchure and how tight my throat is and things like that. So just experiment to see what works for you. But that is how I learned how to get a nice tone. Let me know if that helps you or if you have any questions. And thank you guys so much for watching. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube and follow me on Instagram at Laura Clarinetist. If you'd like to see the behind the scenes of this video, make sure to check out my Patreon, the link's in the description. Thanks!